Yo, what's up, guys? Cali Cowboy here, coming at you with a quick fantasy video, second one in the series. And we got running backs today. Top five running backs, doing standard, no PPR, no other funny business, just the standard 6 points for rushing touchdowns. So before I start, make sure you guys subscribe, like, share. Really helps my channel grow. And if you don't already know, I'm on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, all the same handle at CaliCowboy619. All right, let's begin. So first of all, we got Zeke Elliott at number one, and we all know Zeke has the whole holdout contract situation going on, and we don't know exactly if he's going to hold out into the season, or if we're gonna get if he's gonna get a deal done by the time it's week one. We don't know. So I'm just going off of just talent and just talent alone, basically. And I'm assuming he's gonna play week one right now. If I had to draft, I'm assuming Zeke is gonna be there week one. Jerry Jones, Stephen Jones, they want to get a deal done with Zeke, so I'm assuming that it's gonna be done by week one. But just talent-wise, you guys know who the guy is. You know, he's averaging over 100 yards all three of his seasons. You know, ton of usage. You know, he has a lot of carries over these past seasons, so he's going to be used. He's the focal point of the Cowboys' offense, and everything runs through him. So his only weakness really would be his touchdowns. You know, last year he had what was it? Found the end zone 9 times in 2018, in the same amount as in 2017 with 6 fewer games. So Elliott, he gets a lot of his yards, really big rushing yards numbers, but his touchdowns is not really where you want them to be. Really needs to work on that, get into the end zone more. And I attribute that to Scott Linehan last year. Kind of a predictable, conservative kind of play calling, which leads to defenses, knowing what we're gonna do. We're already a running team, and they know we want to run, so they guard and stop that. But if you already know the offense is predictable, if you know what they're gonna do before they do it, you can, it'll pretty much give you another edge. So I think that's what happened, which led to his low touchdown numbers. So. With the change of Kellen Moore, I think that'll open up the offense a little bit, throw it deeper down the field, and just spread the ball around. That, and we have, a lot more options in the receiving game. When Amari Cooper came in last year, Zeke saw a boost in production. So everything is pointing in the right direction for Zeke this year. I do think his touchdowns are not really going to be a thing of concern this year. It was kind of a fluke with the play calling and whatnot. So with a healthy O-line as well, got Travis Frederick back. Who knows if he's the same center, but still, he's one of the anchors on this line, and he's back. So I'm not scared of Zeke at all. Number one. Moving on next, Saquon Barkley. Now, Saquon, he's the safer pick in terms of the holdout stuff situation. He doesn't have any off-the-field issues, any baggage. He's just in his second year. He was a rookie last year, and on a bad team, with Odell Beckham, he was the only other star they had. And now Giants trading away Odell kind of opens up things for Barkley, or it could hurt him. Defenses are going to key in on him a little bit more. It's going to be a lot tougher, I think, when they have that rookie tape as well, knowing how he runs, knowing what the Giants like to do with him. I think he'll have some aggression. It's going to be like Todd Gurley in 2016, and things are not going to be as easy. But, that dude's a monster. He has freaking huge-ass legs, and he's one hell of a runner. And he also has, a really big workload in the passing game. He caught 91 passes for about 700 plus yards last year. So he's going to be there in the passing game as well. They already have an injury to some wide receivers in their wide receiver core. So he's pretty much their centerpiece of the offense. Everything's going to run through him. Even though defenses key in on him, his usage is still going to be really high. So he's worthy of that top 3 pick, number 2 pick in my opinion. So even though he's with the Giants, I give respect. I love to be, I am objective as possible. I'm realistic. I'm not gonna just, say he's shit when he's really a good player. So giving him his props. Saquon Barkley at number 2. Next coming in, we got Christian McCaffrey, number 3. Dude is dynamite, and he's a baller. He's led all running backs with catches last season and finished with about almost 2,000 yards from scrimmage and 13 touchdowns. He's a do-it-all back, dual threat, passing game, running game. I think that's what this game is more gravitating towards, someone that can catch passes out the backfield, do multiple things, block well, but can also carry the ball. And, you'll also have another running back on the team as well to help them out with the rushing load. So, McCaffrey, he's the key to the Panthers offense. He was on the field for 91% of the team's offensive snaps, 6th in the NFL in rushing yards, and 8th in receptions. So those are, that was a monster season he had last year, especially in PPR. Don't know if he'll repeat it again. You got to expect some regression. It's possible Panthers reduce his carries in the run game this year, to protect him and so he can continue being an active part of the passing game. But I don't think that really scares me too much. Of course, they want to reduce his workload a little bit to keep him going where he's going, to keep him on the path that he's going, to keep their offense afloat because, things run through him. So, that combined with the fact, Cam Newton has some blossoming receivers. You got Curtis Samuel, DJ Moore, still got Greg Olsen there. And their offense is really looking good. So I would expect McCaffrey to finish, right around that top 5 positions. So, yeah, number 3, McCaffrey. Number 4, we got Alvin Kamara, kind of a McCaffrey clone. 2 very similar players. And Kamara, the reason why he's number 4 instead of 3, I think because of the lack of getting a solid workload. Last year they had Mark Ingram, and they kind of shared carries. And now Mark Ingram's in Baltimore, and now they replace Latavius Murray in New Orleans. So, someone's got to work into that rushing load. Someone's got to take the carries that Ingram had. So Murray's going to do that, and they're going to keep Kamara fresh, doing what he does. But he's such a high pick because he's so effective with his carries. The quality of carries and receptions and targets. So, dude's a superstar. Back, one of the more explosive backs in the league. 2018, he rushed for 194 times for 883 yards, 14 touchdowns. Was second only to Todd Gurley's 17. So he gets touchdowns, and that's a big, huge thing. You get touchdowns, you're relevant fantasy. And, of course, we all know he's a PPR stud. So in PPR, he's going to be around that, number 3 probably, number 2. Actually, things don't really change too much because all of these running backs get carries, get catches. So it's up to your discretion, but I prefer Kamara at 4. Next, David Johnson, number 5. I think this is going to be a revival year for David Johnson. And with the arrival of Cliff Kingsbury, got Kyler Murray coming in as a rookie. He's a dual threat quarterback, and the improved receiving core. I just think he's in a better position to succeed this year. Last year, it was just pretty much him. Bad offense. His effectiveness wasn't as great. He had the touches and carries, but he just couldn't do much with it, with that his bad situation. So a lot better situation for him this year. Did a little research. You got the rookie seasons of Cam Newton, RG3, and Russell Wilson. in their rookie year, their team saw an increase in rushing attempts, rushing yards, touchdowns, and team yards per carry. So that just goes with the rookie running back teams, not wanting to give them a full, reign of the offense, helping them out with the run game and whatnot. So I think that's going to be the same thing. Not only, because Kyler Murray's a running quarterback, but, he's a rookie and they want, as much help as he can get as possible. And that combo, kind of like with Dak and Zeke in their rookie year, Dak is a quarterback that can run. He's not a running quarterback, but if you got that read option game going, if you got the little screens going, it's a deadly combination with a quarterback that can run and a great runner. So I think he's going to be like a comeback player of the season type of guy. He's going to get into that top 5. And let's not forget, David Johnson was a stud not too long ago. So watch out for David Johnson and put him on your draft boards. So that's all, y'all. Thanks for watching. Next up, probably got wide receivers in the next video. Try to get that out soon because fantasy season is coming up. Got preseason games today, Thursday, and just going to be doing my homework, and you should too. So thanks for watching, y'all. Subscribe to me on YouTube. Got my Twitter, Facebook, Instagram right there. Cali Cowboy 619. Peace out, y'all.